Hi again, everyone. Danny Miles here from Toronto, and we're going to play another edition of the IntoBridge Daily Celebrity Challenge. So 5 deals, and you'll compare your score to mine. Last time I did this about 10 days ago, it went pretty well for me. I was beaten by one person out of, I think, about over 1,000 people. So, I'll try to do better this time. We'll try to not get beaten by anybody. So that was quite something. And congratulations to the gentleman, I believe from the UK, who nipped me with 30 points. So he tied 4 and won 1. So we'll do our best this time, see if somebody can finally get a celebrity challenge where they're not beaten by anybody, they're just tied. So I also wanted to mention there's an event coming up in a few weeks on Monday, July 21st, the Monday before the Summer North American Bridge Championships. It's put on by Tracy Bauer and ACBL Education Foundation charity game. So we'll put a link in the description, and you're able anywhere in the world to bid to play in a charity online game that's going to take place on Monday, July 21st. And there are a host of celebrities and experts and bridge pros that are up for auction. So check that out, myself included. So if you want to bid on me, feel free. I can't promise that we're going to win the event, but I can promise we would have a good time. So check that out. It'll be in the description. And let's get started here. We're using Gavin's Master Series Advanced system. So that's not really going to help us on this first deal because we have a monster hand and our pesky East opponent has preempted 3 diamonds. So that's bad news in that it's taken up a bunch of room. We can't kind of open 2 clubs and express to partner that we have a nice big hand with hearts. But at the same time, we have King Jack 3rd of diamonds. So if East has Ace Queen, we're going to have 2 diamond tricks on this deal. Assuming that we don't play in a suit and West has a singleton, because then they're going to get it rough. So how do we approach this? Well, we can make a game we can make a slam opposite no points if partner has the right shape, like 4 little hearts and 2 little diamonds and 5 little clubs and 2 little spades. That's a slam. So I think we have to start with double and then just see where things take us. Our plan is to kind of bid very aggressively in hearts, but we'll see if we get above the game level, but we're going to start with double. If partner bids 4 clubs, then we'll judge whether to bid 4 hearts or 5 hearts or 6 hearts. So let's just start with double. Maybe 3 diamonds gets raised. It does. 4 diamonds. Wow. Okay, so partner probably has a singleton diamond here, but we know one thing's for certain: there's not going to be a diamond ruff. So because West has support, so that's good. And it also leads me to believe that partner does have, length in the other suits. They didn't open 3 clubs weak, so they probably don't have like King Queen 6 of clubs. So we're likely to catch a fit in hearts. It's possible partner has a singleton, but that would give them 2 singletons, 6-5 shape. They probably would have bid something originally. But what do we do here? Do we play with, say, double again, and then over the expected 4 spades or 5 clubs, just bid 5 hearts or 6 hearts even? Like I say, we don't need much for a game here. Sorry, a slam. 6 no trump also may be possible, of course, if partner has a club stopper, because they tend to lead quite well here. So do we play double again? At least 24 high card points, but limiting us to 5 hearts. So 4 hearts is simply too wimpy with this hand. I don't even know how many points we have. 8 and 9 is 17, and 8 is, we have 25 points, but we have shape, aces, controls, long suit. So we have a very big hand. Okay, this might be the one. 8 or more hearts. We don't have 8 hearts. And it's 24 to 31 slam try. I've never done this before where you double and then jump to 5 of a major, but maybe that's this hand. Partner's got to bid 6 with any excuse. We could miss a slam though, because if partner, as like I said, has 3 little hearts and 1 diamond and 2 little spades, we're going to miss a slam. If they have the queen of spades, we're going to miss a slam. So maybe I should just bid 6. What does 6 hearts say? 30 or more high card points. Yeah, partner won't raise to 7. I don't know. This one's tricky. I think it's probably worth just bidding 6 and just hoping for something good to happen. Even if partner has 3 little hearts and 3 little spades, and we might be able to rough our losing spade and dummy after pitching it on a diamond. So I think there's just too much that can go right here. So I'm going to bid 6 hearts, which is crazy, but you know, you can't win these things without doing something silly. Ah, we got 6 card support. That is hilarious. Okay, so we're actually not in the best contract. The best contract is 6 no trump. We have a 12 card heart fit. So we know the diamond is not going to get roughed on the way back, but let's just play low. Ace, okay, and now we can claim. Well, I'm not going to claim because it could get roughed. Now the computer will let me claim. And would partner have raised us? I think they would have. They had a king and a queen and 6 card heart support. So again, if I had doubled, partner would have bid 4 hearts, and then we would have just bid 6 ourselves because we know there's a fit. So we got to a great spot. You know, as I say, 6 no trump was slightly better. If there was no raise, I would have been more inclined to angle towards no trump because there could easily have been a diamond rough. But once there's a raise, you know there's no rough. Second deal, we've got another good hand, not quite as good as the previous one. So 9 and 6 is 15, and 7 is 22. So we keep getting these 2 club openers, and our opponents keep opening in front of us. So we have to start with double. No choice here. We're far too strong for 1 no trump, and a 2 no trump overcall would be unusual. And this hand might actually be better than its point count because the king of spades rates to be onside. The 10 of clubs is a potential likely trick. So let's double, and then we'll just angle towards 3 no trump. That's almost for sure where we're going to end up playing this deal. Or 2 no trump if partner's super weak. So 2 hearts. So what do we want? What are our choices here? Again, 2 hearts could be a 4 card suit, of course. And it could be no values. So let's see here. 2 no trump shows 18 to 20. We're a little bit strong for that. At the same time, not crazy about jumping to 3 no trump here. If partner is really broke, then we may be a little bit too high. Although we probably have 6 or 7 tricks. Partner may not have any entries though if they're totally broke. But I think it's the other choice is 2 spades, Q bid. Any double, stopper missing or extra values, 18 or more high card points, 3 hearts exactly. That's probably the best play because then we're able to get to hearts if partner does have 5 of them. He'll insist on hearts, and because this shows exactly 3 hearts. So let's start with that. And then if partner bids 3 clubs or 3 diamonds, we'll then bid 3 no trump. And that'll sort of show our hand. If partner insists on hearts, great, we'll play 4 hearts. Partner jumps to 3 no trump with no spade stopper, presumably. But if they've got the king of spades, great. I'm not going to bid any more here. I think partner's limited to 8 or 9 high card points. Could we have a slam? King of spades, king of hearts, king of diamonds. That's not quite a slam, but it's close. But I think I'm going to pass and take the low road here and just try to make as many tricks as we can. I am very surprised, though, partner jumped to 3 no trump. Okay, so partner has a 5 count, so a little on the weak side. But I think we're in a pretty decent contract here. Let's take a look. We have 4 spades and 4 clubs off the top. Ace of diamonds, that's 9 tricks. So we just have to basically get hearts going for hopefully 2 more tricks. And then that will be 11. Unfortunately, the opponents can play diamonds at us. And once we knock out the first heart. So that's going to be the trick, is the opponents are going to have to shift to diamonds once they've won their first heart trick. Let's see the point count. We have all the points except for the ace, king of hearts, and the king, queen, jack of diamonds. So that's 6 and 7, 13 points that we're missing. East has probably 11 or 12 of them. So East is definitely going to have both the ace, king of hearts. So I want to start. I mean, East is going to know where the king of spades is because if we play the queen and it holds, then they know that that North has the king of spades. But I just want to win the king of spades, leave the first heart towards the queen. East is going to have to go up with the ace or the king because we are missing the 9. So if hearts are 4-2, we're not going to get 2 extra heart tricks necessarily. But since the ace king are both with East, we know we can just play it once towards the queen, and that's going to be enough to at least get 1 heart trick, and that'll be our 10th trick, right? 4, 4, 1, and 1. So let's do that. And if they shift to diamonds, then we're probably just going to have to cash out. I'm not going to, well, maybe I should unblock. I'm not going to unblock. King, as we expected. Now here's the key moment in the deal. Diamond, king of diamonds. So do we want to duck once and then win and then just cash all our tricks and play a heart and then just hope the opponents have saved the wrong things? Basically, we're going to come down to cashing all of South's tricks, and then we're going to be left with, you know, 2 hearts or a diamond and 2 hearts. It's not going to be difficult for the opponents to save the right cards here. If East has a doubleton diamond, then ducking once will cut him off from the diamonds, but he'll just save a winning spade. He'll save a 5th spade. So when we cash all our tricks, he'll save a winning spade and the ace of hearts at the end. So I think we're toast here. There's nothing we can do other than just cash our tricks, and the opponents are going to get the last 5 and 8. So we'll have 9 tricks, and the opponents will get the last 3 tricks. Is that right? Yeah, I believe so. So I think, well, what if the diamonds are blocked? What if there's king, queen, doubleton or king, jack, doubleton? That could work. That might be our only hope, actually. Yeah, I think that's a better hope, because if there's king, queen, doubleton or king, jack, doubleton with East, then if we can get them to pitch a spade, which may not be easy, then we can just end up exiting in hearts at the end, and they're not going to be able to cash 2 diamonds. They're only going to be able to cash 1 diamond. But I think all roads are going to lead to 9 tricks here. I mean, I could gamble and duck a diamond and then win the next diamond, hope the diamonds are 5-2, and knock out the ace of hearts. But that's going to be silly, because the opponents are then going to be able to take 2 hearts and potentially 3 diamonds. So I'd be going down in the contract. To guard against that, using our 10, 9, 8 of diamonds, I'd have to win the ace of diamonds now. But then that defeats the purpose of ducking the diamond. So I don't know. This is tricky. It probably doesn't make any difference, but I think I will duck and just see what happens. But that gives up on, no, it doesn't give up on king, queen of diamonds, doubleton, or king, jack, nine of diamonds, doubleton, because they're just going to save a spade winner. Shift, no, diamond. Okay, so, and we'll see an honor, no honor. Okay, and they high load. I'm not sure if they're giving attitude or count there, but I'm not going to play, I'm going to cash my tricks. I'm not going to play a heart right away, because the opponents will have 2 diamonds to cash, I believe. And basically, there's nothing to do here. I like to end up in the north hand to play a heart towards the queen in case they happen to duck, but it's irrelevant. He's just going to save the ace of hearts and a winner. So I'm just going to take our winners. We got 1 spade pitch. Okay, that's good. So now I can cash all the spades. Again, it's not going to matter. It was king, queen, third. So nothing we could do here. Let's take a quick peek. We could make 3-no trump. And let's just see if there was anything we could do at the point where they won. They hold me with a diamond shift. Yeah, nothing we could do. Whoops. Next deal, third deal. Third deal is always my favorite, because we're not vulnerable against vulnerable in first seat. So, green light, but we just have a normal strong hand here. So we're going to open 1 diamond. Some people may open 1 club with a pure balanced hand. I don't mind that, to be honest, but I think the system calls for a 1 diamond opener, and we have 18 highs, so we plan on rebidding 2-no trump opposite partners one of a major response. Okay, so we're just going to bid 2-no. Balanced hand, 18-19 is exactly what we have. If partner has a collection of queens or whatever, maybe playing it from their side would have been better, but this is just fine. We have the ace-10 of clubs, the ace-9 of diamonds, ace-queen of spades, so playing it from our side shouldn't be a big deal. And it keeps our hand hidden, so it makes it harder for the opponents to kind of know what's going on. So let's see what we got here. We have 3 spade tricks, 2 hearts is 5, the ace of diamonds is 6, and let's try to get 3 club tricks by catching an honor on side. We have pretty much all the spots, ace 10, 8, and jack 9. So if we just need to catch the king or the queen on side. If we run the jack or the 9, that's the first round, that's totally fine, because if there's a singleton honor with east, and it'll get covered, but then our ace 10, 8 jack will be enough to knock out the second honor and still have 2 winners. If we were missing the 8, we would actually need to be a little bit careful, because running the jack, if it got covered by the queen, a singleton king or queen, we would actually have created a club loser for ourselves, an extra club loser for ourselves for no reason. So just be a little bit careful, mindful of the spots. In that case, we would start with a low club towards the ace 10. But here, no big deal. We have a couple of entries, 9 of spades lead, so that could be a doubleton, that could be 9-8 fourth, 9-8 third. It could even be jack 9-8. Some people like leading the 9 when they hold a sequence like jack 9-8. It just makes it easier for your partner, especially when dummy has the 10, to know what to do. You know, if you have jack 9-8 7 or jack 9-8 6 and you lead fourth best, and the dummy comes down with like king 10 and declares got the ace, it puts a lot of pressure on your partner that they actually have to play low from the queen. So leading the 9 makes that easier for them. They just know there's no possible gain in putting in the queen. Partner's not leading from king 9, and even if they do, the trick is going to come back to declare anyway. So, all right, so let's try to get to dummy and get clubs going. We don't want the opponents to shift to diamonds. That's sort of our only uncomfortable shift. But let's see what happens. Do I want the 9 or the jack? I think I'll take the 9, just in case we need the jack later. I'm not going to unblock the 8. Okay, that won. So king, queen on side, it appears. We have 3 club tricks. 3 spades is 6, 2 hearts is 8, and the ace of diamonds is 9. So now we have options. I think we've got to just knock out the club first, see what the opponents do. If they actually play diamonds for us, that's not a bad thing, because our spots are powerful enough that we might actually generate another diamond trick. We don't want them to shift to hearts or continue spades. The way to play the diamond suit, if we had to play it ourselves, I mean, there's a couple of ways, but I think, and the experts can correct me in the comments, but it feels like low towards the jack 7 and then stick in the 7 is probably the play. Try to catch, well, number one, West might go up with an honor, especially if you're playing in a weaker game. If they have, queen doubleton, king doubleton, something like that, or king queen, they might fly up with an honor. But what you're really trying to do is catch a doubleton 10 on your left with West, so that you low to the 7, then pound the jack on the way back, and you'll pick up the rest of the suit. Not if East doesn't cover, you'll get 1 extra trick. If East covers, you'll get 2 extra tricks. But let's go ahead and bang out the club. Okay, so I think we want to continue clubs, and we'll just see what they return. Pitching a spade, keep an eye on the discards. Heart, that's not ideal for us, but I think we want to go up. So do we want to duck one first of all? Let's see, how many tricks do we have? We have basically all the tricks but 3. So we can't really tighten things up for a squeeze just yet. Or maybe we can. If we duck 1 heart or win 1 heart, then get diamonds going, then duck the next heart, then win, and then cash our winners. That might actually be enough for a squeeze where we end up with the master heart or the 4th heart in the dummy along with 1 diamond, and then we end up with the ace 9 of diamonds in our hand. I think that's the ending we're going to go for. So what we want to do is, and to be honest, I think we actually have to play a diamond to the jack, because we want the jack of diamonds out of the way. Because in the ending, if we catch one of the opponents in a squeeze where they have 4 hearts and 4 diamonds, let's say, or 4 hearts and 5 diamonds, I guess it would have to be, we want to be able to play the 7 of diamonds towards the ace 9 at the end. So let's win this here. We want to save the king of hearts as an entry. And we'll play a diamond up. Queen, okay. It's interesting. I think we still actually want to unblock the jack, which would be weird, but the other option is we can play for, like I was saying before, Queen 10 doubleton on our left. And then in that case, we'd be able to take a diamond finesse. The problem with diamond finesse right now, though, is that if once they clear hearts, that risks going down. So I think I'm going to play the jack anyway. And maybe that'll incentivize them to continue diamonds. Heart. So now we're going to want to duck one heart. So we have 4 tricks, and we have 3 and 4, 5 tricks left to win. So we're 1 trick short now, right? Or we will be 1 trick short once we duck this. And we still have an entry with the jack of clubs, so we're okay. Let's play the 5. And nobody's pitched any hearts yet, right? There was only 1 spade pitched on the 3rd club. King of diamonds, that destroys the squeeze. Okay, so hands over. We're done. And we just have the rest of the tricks except for 1. So I will just cash out just in case, but the opponents are going to be able to save what they need to here. Yeah, they did. Oh, there's the 10 of diamonds. My 9 of diamonds is good, but I'm in the wrong hand, which was, of course, unavoidable. So that's it. Could I have squeezed them? No, I couldn't have squeezed them. 3 was the most we could make there. Let's just triple check that. Yeah, once they shifted to a heart, that was all I could do. If they had shifted to a diamond, though, I would have had the time to build diamonds, build a long diamond trick with my spots. Okay, 4th deal. Let's see, we've had 3 really good hands. 18 high card points was our worst hand. And so here we're falling a little bit here. We only have 8 and 6 is 14, and 3 is 17, right? So 9 and 8, 17. It's completely square. Kings and jacks and queens. Perfect 1, no trump. Can't get any more perfect than this. 3-0 from partner. All right. So let's see what they lead, because any lead is probably going to be bad for them. 2 of spades. So let's take a look what we've got. We basically just have a bunch of tricks on power. We have to knock out a couple of aces. So we'll have 3 hearts, and 2 clubs is 5, and 2 diamonds is 7, and 2 spades is 9. So again, our contract is totally secure. Partner had a maximum 11 high card points. In fact, some of your robot partners, depending on your system, may even open that hand. I probably wouldn't, though. Vulnerable second chair, 4-3-3. But the way we're going to attack this is we have 2 shots at a 3rd spade trick. So we're going to play the 9 first. And if the 10 is with West, then the 9 is going to force the queen. We could also play the jack, and if it goes queen, we can later play lower the 9. Doesn't really matter the order, but we'll play the 9 to start. And then basically, what are the dangers? I mean, we have a shot of 2 extra diamond tricks, but I think we want to get hearts going first and see what the opponents do. Clubs is their best shift. So we're going to win here, keeping the option of a spade to the jack. I bet the queen is probably onside given the 2 lead. Robots would tend to lead higher if they had a poor suit. And we know that their suit would only be headed by the 7 at best if they were missing the queen. So let's knock out the ace of hearts, and then we'll see what the opponents do, if they do anything good for us. Okay, so both followed in hearts. Diamond into us, that's great. Great news. Okay, 10. So West underled the queen of diamonds, and they led the 6. So we're missing the 3 and the 4. So they probably had queen 9-6. They wouldn't do that from queen doubleton, I don't think. But the interesting thing is if they did do that from queen 6, doubleton, when we play low towards the ace, the queen's going to pop up, and we're going to have a finesse position against the 9 of diamonds with East. But that's not possible. West almost certainly had queen 9-6. Maybe even queen 9-6 fourth. And East would have played the 9 if they did have both the 10 and the 9. So that's good news for us. Our diamonds are ready to go. And in fact, that will alleviate the need for taking a spade finesse if we get 4 diamond tricks. So what we want to do now is, let's see, what do we want to do now? Basically cash the heart, knock out the ace of clubs, and that should be it. That should be enough to have the rest of the tricks. But if West wins the ace of clubs and plays a spade through, we're going to have to guess whether to take a spade finesse or rely on diamonds. So let's just cash one heart first. Maybe we'll get a pitch. No, so hearts were 3-3. The two of spades. So West had 4 spades, 3 hearts, probably 3 diamonds and 3 clubs. So let's see. We want them to take the first or second diamond, I guess, or club rather. And there's no danger in terms of the locking ourselves out of anywhere. Do I want to test diamonds first? Like a diamond to the ace, cash the 10 of hearts? Maybe that's better. Yeah, maybe that's better. Then I'll see if the 9 of diamonds appears. Yeah, there's the 9. Okay, so we're going to be good here. I'm going to rely on diamonds breaking and being good. If not, there might actually even be a squeeze here if West had them all, but he's not dropping the 9 from whatever. So let's knock out the ace of clubs, and then we'll have the rest of the tricks. Six. Okay, so now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tricks with 5 to go. So I'm going to, we still have the ace of spades as an entry, so I'll just play low towards the queen of clubs. Try not to do anything silly. And there's the diamond. I'm going to go up with the king. Queen, there it is. And we have the rest of the tricks. We actually have an extra trick now, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, no, we have 4 tricks without the spade finesse. So I'll claim making 5. And the spade was on side as we thought. So it's hard to do worse than 5, I guess, although they gave us a trick, right? They gave us a trick with the diamond shift. So that was not a good shift by West. They should have shifted to a club or continued spades. So we did end up making 5, and double dummy is 4, so that can't be bad. Fifth and final deal. We've arrived here. So finally, they've given us sort of my typical bridge hand where I have 7 points and nothing exciting here. Partner opens 1 vulnerable heart, and it goes Michael's 2 hearts on our right, showing 5 spades and 5 of a minor or more. And, you know, white against red, they may not have the world's fair here. So do we have enough to bid 3 hearts? This is close, I think. We do have a doubleton spade, which is obviously good for competing. But at the same time, I don't want partner to bury us. And we only have 3 trumps, and trumps may not be breaking. Let's see what 3 hearts shows. Natural 4 to 10 points. Well, I would play it a tiny bit stronger than that. Let's just see our robot system. 3 diamonds, is that a mixed raise? Yeah, that's a mixed raise. A lot of people play that where 3 diamonds doesn't really make any sense here to show diamonds. So 3 diamonds would be mixed raise, and I'm guessing 3 clubs would be a transfer to diamonds. It would be, and 2-0 would be a transfer to clubs. Yeah, so that's what you do. You play transfers over there, Michael's Cubid. My partner and I do that as well. So the question is, do we have enough to bid 3 hearts directly? The other option is to pass, and if the opponents bid 2 spades and it comes back to us and we get another chance, then we can bid 3 hearts. The danger of that is that it may go 3 spades on our left, and then our partner may want to actually bid 4 hearts, but not be able to because haven't shown anything. So I'm going to stretch a little bit. I'm going to bid 3 hearts. Now I am aware that we're vulnerable and trumps probably aren't breaking, so this could be pretty dangerous, but let's see what happens. Hopefully partner doesn't bury us. 3 spades, 4 hearts. So this is kind of the auction that I was guarding against. Like, maybe East would have just passed 3 spades and we would have defended 3 spades and they make it. But partner had enough to bid 4 hearts once they heard support from us. So now East took the push to 4 spades. I have no idea if we're defeating this or not. I'm just going to pass. Certainly not bidding 5 hearts. We'll see if partner bids 5 hearts. Nope. So we're just defending 4 spades. I have no problem with that. Dummies are sort of a normal 5-5 hand. And we just basically want to, I guess, play kind of passively here. I don't think our tricks aren't going anywhere. West likely has 4 spades. They may only have 3, but trumps are breaking. We probably want to continue hearts to try to tap the dummy if partner has ace, king, queen. The other option is to play hearts. Hope partner has good clubs like 10, 9, third or something like that, and we can prevent a club ruff in the west hand, but I don't think that's going to happen. Clubs are breaking anyway. So let's see what partner does. Queen of clubs, king. So I don't know. That's a weird play actually from partner. That's a very weird play. So clubs is kind of the threatening suit for declarer, right? And playing the queen from not having the jack, partner's got either singleton queen or doubleton queen. So I think we just play clubs now, give partner their ruff, and then they'll either have the ace of spades or the ace of diamonds, we hope. They've got the ace king of hearts, the queen of clubs is 9. They're going to have an ace. So let's just see if we can do that. Try to beat it 2. There's the 10 and the 7. I'm not falling for declarer's false card. If partner led the queen from queen 9, so be it. There's the 9, there's the ruff. Cash your ace, partner, thank you. So we forgot to double. And that's going to be the end of the deal. So let's take a look. We beat it 2 tricks. I don't have a double. I mean, I have 1 trick. Partner doesn't really have a double either. Partner has a 1-no trump opener probably. So if they had opened 1-no trump, you know, we would have probably been defending 2 spades or something like that. So let's take a quick peek here. We actually can make 4 hearts because the clubs are on side. Diamonds break 2-2. So we're just going to lose 2 spades and 1 diamond. And the king of clubs is on side. So the opponents didn't let us play 4 hearts, unfortunately, but that's where we were. So we did have to double. And let me know, you know, this is definitely an opportunity that you had to beat me because I didn't achieve the double dummy par of plus 300. So if you were able to double them, figure that out, well done. And let us know if your opponents happen to let you play 4 hearts or even 3 hearts. You know, we don't have a ton of high card points here. We have 7 and 16, not a ton of high card points. So that's it for today. So we had a fun set. We got to slam on the crazy deal of the first deal. Then we just 3-no trump, 3-no trump, 3-no trump. And then we defended 4 spades. And we got only 100 instead of 300. So that's it for today. Again, reminder, the ACBL Education Foundation Spark Auction is online right now. You can bid on a bunch of players to play in a charity game online, including myself. So that's it. Hit the like, hit the subscribe, leave a comment. I enjoy reading them. And that's it for today. So take care, everyone. And I hope you scored well. Bye.